What's going on, nation? It is game day, baby. Let's get it. What's going on, Raider Nation? It is your boys, Raiders Primos, Natural Nate, and Exacting Raider. And we got our brother in the room, KaneTown Raider. What's going on, brother?
What's good, you guys, man? Just getting up bright and early, ready to get some football in today. Don't really know what I want our team to do, but we'll see.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna ask that, man. Nate, how you feeling about today's game? Like, you want to win? You want to lose? How we feeling?
Just based off of, I don't know, just the matchup. I feel like I kind of want to win because, the Broncos are the Broncos, donkeys are the donkeys. Every other game, but the division and the Niners game, I feel like we could win. I mean, lose. But yeah. I feel like, I don't know, sweeping the Broncos would feel some type of relief, I guess. I don't know.
You gotta think about it from a Josh McDaniel standpoint. You want to beat the Broncos, right? Because this is the team that they threw you out. I mean, for right reason, bro. You sucked as their coach, and you cheated when you were with, as their coach. I would love to beat the Broncos, but if I'm being honest, guys, I don't.
It's just better for us to lose.
If we lose, I'm content with that losing. I'm fine with that.
It's kind of whatever happens. It's kind of whatever happens.
Yeah, no, really. Whatever happens. We win. Yeah, we lose. Then we lose. Shout out to guys in the room. We don't have a lot of viewers, but that's okay. We got Robert. We got Brian rocking with us. What's up, nation? What's going? He says, "What's up, nation? Good morning. Good morning to you, Brian." So, I want to get into our injury report real quick. I believe Colton Miller they have him questionable, but Sanji on Instagram. He said that Colton Miller is not going to start today. He's going to be out. I don't know who. I'm assuming they might move Illuminor to the left tackle spot, and Mumford might come into the right tackle. So I don't know. That's my theory. Real quick, KaneTown. Since Colton Miller's out, how do you see our starting line today?
I see us definitely giving up a little more pressure today. Carr is going to really have to be getting rid of the ball quick. I see a lot less relying on the run game a lot today. With our pass rushes, our offensive line has already struggled against the pass rush a little bit this year. Now you take out our best blocker, and you might be opening the floodgates today on DC.
Yeah, DC. We already talked about that line is struggling, and I'm like Josh McDaniels, bro. Like I get it, you trying to move on from Derek, but bro, don't get homeboy hurt now. Like
real.
So other than Colton Miller, we got Amir Abdullah, who game status is looking good. He did not practice Wednesday, but he was full the rest of the week. Devontae Adams is questionable, but he does look like he is going to play. Derek Carr, of course, dealing with that back. He's going to play. Jermaine Illuminor dealing with an elbow, still going to play. Luke Masterson is questionable today, guys. And then also Denzel Perryman is questionable with hips and ribs. And then other than that, we have Sam Webb, Robinson, but all looking like they're going to play. As for the Broncos, they are not going to have KJ Hamler. They're not going to have Jerry Jeudy. They are not going to have Andrew Beck. And they're not going to have Kwan Williams. They have Baron Browning, Tom Compton, Cam Fleming, Graham Glasgow, and Kendall Hinton. Hinton on the questionable. But Jerry Jeudy, bro, KaneTown, it seems, they're only going to have Cortland Sutton out there. Really, who is their main guy. Jerry Jeudy is going to be out. We all know Tim Patrick went out early in the season. Like, how is that going to favor our defense, or Denver's just going to walk all over our defense? Like,
the beautiful thing about this matchup is I don't see Denver walking on anybody's defense. Just like I don't see us shutting down anybody's offense completely. If we couldn't shut down the Colts, obviously we're not shutting anybody down. But I think the recipe is here for a low scoring game. I think the Broncos probably hold us to between 14 and 20, and I think their offense is so bad that I think they might only get 14 to 20. So, 20 points is a high scoring game for them. I believe they average around 14, 15 a game.
Yeah, I
The
could.
lowest in the
I
league,
have
right?
it here. Let me
It's
see. I
them or
got.
the Colts is the lowest. I think the Colts were the lowest, and then they played us, and now they're not the lowest.
All
Yeah,
right, ain't that something?
I
We
can't
make
even find the
we make the
Broncos.
worst teams best.
Right. We
Yeah,
made Matt
Best
Ryan of 2022 look like Matt Ryan of 2015.
for real.
yeah. I'm like
Yeah.
either I'm blind or I really cannot find the Broncos. Oh, here they are. Oh no, because they got the number 2 offense ranked for their or number 2 defense. Sorry,
Yeah,
for
like
the
it definitely
offense.
makes
Yeah, for the offense, they're in like the bottom. They're averaging 14.6 points a game.
Yeah.
Like that is just tremendously bad. Now, as for the Raiders, we're averaging. Glad you brought that up because we're gonna do a little offense comparison. Really, I'm focusing on the scoring because for me, yards ain't gonna win you games. Like I said this with even with Derek Carr, but I'll even say with Devontae Adams. Like Devontae, you could have 1,500 yards, 120 catches, but if you only got 2 touchdowns, like that's not gonna jump out at me. Touchdowns win games. Like if you only got 2 touchdowns, you're not really contributing to points. I think Darren Waller in 2019, he had 1,000 yards, but he only had 3 touchdowns on the year. And I'm like it's not really jumping out at me. Like, yeah, you had a good season, like yards wise, but contributing to points and helping the team like score, and you're not really there. So the Raiders, they're averaging 22.6 points a game. Now, you want to do the statistical analysis. We score more than the Broncos. So, and I'm like, we can't score. For me, we can't score for shit. That's my thinking about it.
I
So
ain't putting
I'm
no
like, hey,
sense in
Derek.
scoring.
I'm like, Derek, bro, if you get 2 touchdowns and we get like 3 field goals, you possibly could win this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You possibly could win this game. This is the one game I'm fine with you throwing 2 touchdowns.
Right. So if Denver averages 14 a game, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. We're probably going to give up right around the 20 mark, 17, 20.
Yeah.
So I think the magic number for us in this game is 24 points.
Yeah. And the thing is we can. Like I think it's frustrating as Raider fans because we had so much hype for this offense going into the season. And to say like, oh my goodness, like 24 point, we could do that. Like as if we haven't seen them do it because we haven't seen them do it, but it's like, man, like 24 points, like we gotta be happy with that. Like, man, you should be able to score 31 or 35. Like now, of course,
there's no reason this team shouldn't be averaging 28, 29 points a game.
Yeah, like that's the thing. And man, but shout out to Robert, bro. Robert's gonna be at the game. He said we just need to run the ball, go Raiders, and that's what that's what I feel. Josh Jacobs killed the Broncos in the first meeting. He literally was like the donkey killer. So Natural Nate, that's your boy, by the way. Josh Jacobs is your boy. I'm gonna ask you, how do they get the run game established against this Denver defense and against a struggling offensive line that's gonna be without Colton Miller? You might have Illuminor on that left side. You're gonna have Mumford. You're gonna have young guys, and then you're gonna have a struggling guy on the left side. Does Jacobs get back to being Josh Jacobs? Because he hasn't been running really well these past games.
Well, speaking of young guys, a way that you can give some light to younger guys is if you put Zeus in for about 40% of the game, because I want to see Zeus, because from here on out it's just like do whatever. This is where they should put Zeus in, because they know what they have. Well, hopefully that's what Jacobs can be in the future, but they know what they have in Jacobs. They still don't know what they really have in Zeus versus real regular season teams, right? And this is a good defense to go, try to run against. I want to see Zeus and Jacobs try to find ways to make the defensive line think, and hopefully by the loss of Cole Miller, it doesn't. It makes, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I just want to see multiple.
You want the defense to be honest. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think, and I agree with you. You got to make that defense honest. But we got another Raiders content creator coming in. We got BigMike in the building.
Yo, what's up, bro? What's going on, y'all?
It's good, Mike.
Problem, man. No problem.
Sorry I'm late, man.
No, you good. You good. You here rocking with us. And the first question we started off today, we already answered this, bro. How you feeling about going in today? Like, if we win, if we lose, like, how you feeling about it?
I'm indifferent either way, man. But you know what? I want to win. I'm a competitor, man. I want to win this game. I don't like losing to the Broncos, and I hope that the team has that same pride that, hey, we're not losing to the damn Broncos. You know, that's one thing. We can't lose to this team. That's what I'm hoping the team kind of has that mindset. But you know, on the flip side, I'm looking at draft placement, draft movement. You know what I mean? Like I want that top 5 pick at this point because we're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Being stuck in the middle does nothing for us at this point.
What do you mean, man? You don't hear all the other, Raider fans talking about we're gonna win every game moving forward.
Oh, that does nothing for us, man.
For real.
And the thing is,
I see so many people saying that.
Yeah, and the thing is, we can win every game, but I still see we could finish the season 10-7, but I still see them missing the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like for what though? Like, are we gonna get a win in the playoffs though?
Yeah.
And then
the crazy part is that we've been in every single game, and we were up 17 on the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are one of those teams that are considered the best team in the NFL.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. So why couldn't we go in there and just keep running the table and do something crazy? But at the same time, we're just not equipped enough to sustain that on a weekly basis. It's not consistent. Could you imagine the Raiders going into Kansas City and winning in January? I can't. You know, not when all the chips are on the table. I just don't see it.
Isn't January in Vegas?
I'm sorry.
Are you talking about playoffs? I thought you were talking about the last game of the season.
Playoffs.
Yeah, I hear you.
Last game's in Vegas for sure, but I'm saying if they met again in the playoffs, they had to go to Arrowhead. Could you see that happening, bro? Could you see?
No, not a chance.
No, me neither, bro. And it's like, we got to be honest with ourselves at this point. Like 10-7, that'd be great. And it'd be something to talk about. Yeah, we made this great comeback, but then we're stuck in the middle again.
And then you're stuck in the middle with, it's like you miss the playoffs and you're in the middle when the draft comes. And it's like, damn, now, like for me, I was like, if you have the number 2 overall pick, here's, we probably are going to have a lot of different opinions. I want to go defensive tackle first. I know a lot of people want to go quarterback. And me and KaneTown were talking about it. And I was like, I agree. Because it is true. You don't, hypothetically speaking, we're not going to be here again. That's what you're hoping. You're not going to be there again, picking that high.
Right.
But I just feel like, I'm like, man, like, I like these quarterbacks. I like CJ Stroud. I'm a big fan of CJ Stroud. Me and my other primo Christian, we love CJ Stroud. But I just feel like, man, defensive tackle, like that interior defense is just such a need at this point. But I feel this is and same with the quarterback, how deep the draft is. I feel defensively it's a deep draft too. That you can maybe move back into the first round or even move up you're going to have an early second round too. So I mean, we still got at this point. Also, we got to let the season play out because I told this to another Raider fan. I was like, we don't know. We could all say this is what the offseason is going to look like, but we really don't know until we see what are they going to do with Derek Carr. Like that for me, that's going to determine where this offseason is going to go to.
Right, and if Derek Carr plays well, right? Say we go 10-7, then we're handcuffed to Derek Carr again. Now, if the idea is to move on from Derek Carr, right? It's not in our best interest to win games. Now, I know Derek Carr probably has a different agenda. He probably wants to stay in Vegas, and he's going to do his damn best to win every game. But at this point, like, do you think the coaching is going to be like set him up for success at that point? Like, it's going to be interesting to see down the line. Like, are they going to do right by Derek Carr? Because if he looks good enough to continue winning, then they're going to justify keeping him.
Yeah.
I think that honestly, I think that either way, I think Carr's out, no matter what we do.
Okay.
I believe that they're gonna do their best to get Carr to agree to a trade. And if Carr looks good the rest of the season, you might be able to get a first with the right team.
Mhm.
So I think him playing good kind of benefits and hurts. But I think the key to this offseason, especially in the draft, is being able to move Carr and get something for him without cutting him. And you gotta want to convince everybody that it's not a foregone conclusion that you're going to cut him, even if it is.
Right.
And make somebody give you something for him. If DC goes and throws for 4,200 yards and 30 touchdowns to finish, at the end of the year, if that's what his numbers are looking like, you might be able to pull a first for him. And 2 first-round picks would be amazing this year.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Robert Pena real quick. I'm gonna get into his comment. Like we've been talking about, execution.
Yeah.
He also said was watching Sultan and he believes Tom Brady will be here next year. Your thoughts? Yeah, how y'all feel about that? Getting the GOAT here. I'm hearing rumors. I'm hearing like it could be a really good possibility. You got Josh McDaniels, Tom Brady, who really know each other. I'm gonna start off with Nate, and then we'll just go down to Kane, and then I'll get your thoughts, Big Mike. Nate, how do you feel about getting the GOAT?
I mean, I feel like there's 2 situations that you want to go if Tom Brady is actually in the conversation. Like, you go get Tom Brady. You would obviously probably get rid of Derek Carr or somebody else to get Tom Brady or whatever.
Yeah.
You get a ring, probably minimal
Hopefully.
a year, but Tom Brady's Tom Brady. But then you also, there goes that money. Do you want to get like him for a year or 2 just for like 1 ring pay possibly and like lose all the money? Or
what are your thoughts, Kane?
Building the money.
We talked about the salary. What are your thoughts, Kane? Like, do you think Brady comes in cheap? Because me and Nate discussed that. Does he come in cheap? I think he just wants to win. I think
he'd be cheaper than Carr right now. Brady's been known to take pay cuts for the better of the team. I don't know, man. After Giselle took all his money, maybe he's got a change of heart. But yeah,
no, that's what I was thinking too.
They got it was reported they got it like a prenup or whatever. But that's just jokes. But I would like Brady, and that if we got Brady, that would give me the okay to agree with you and say that, yes, first pick in the draft defense, go get a quarterback that can sit behind Brady for a year. I'm more comfortable getting a second-round quarterback if he can sit behind Tom Brady for a year, learn, and then play. As far as a ring goes, I'll do anything to get a ring. If we get a ring, I don't care what it costs. I don't care. I'll get 1 ring and be bad for 9 more years.
Winning is winning,
Yep.
Yeah, that's all we want as Raider fans. That's all we want is a ring. What about you, Big Mike? How you feeling about the Brady rumors that he might be here next year?
It'll be just the Vegas move to bring in some old guy, to do some shows in Vegas, right? That's the Vegas way, right?
At Allegiant Stadium residency,
right? Set up a suite just for Tom Brady. I don't know, man. Like at 46, it's hard to say like, yeah, let's do this. But it's Tom Brady is one of those guys that where it's like, okay, you're still showing like elite, production. 1 year, let's do it. Let's do it for 1 year. You got Devontae, you got the pieces. You got the pieces to be successful. And I think for Tom Brady, it's got to be the right situation. And in order to get that confidence from Tom Brady, we got to build the defense.
Mm-hmm.
The offense is already there. We got an offense. Maybe we bring in another, offensive lineman like a tackle or something to kind of shore up that passing protection.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean a damn thing if you don't have a defense. Mm-hmm. You can have a world-class quarterback back there and he's putting up 28 a game, but you're giving up 30, you're going to lose every game. So that's a cool idea, but what we need to do, we need to focus on is building the defense.
Yeah.
That's first. We got to build the defense. And I'm sure Tom Brady thinks the same thing. Like, hey, I like the pieces on offense, but what the hell are you guys doing on defense?
Yeah. I like that. Shout out to Van City real quick, though. He said, yo, what's good, boys? I celebrated 6 years of sobriety yesterday, and I just wanted to show my guys Primos, Nate, Big Mike, and Kane some love. Thanks for being a part of my life this past year, bro. Shout out to you, Van City, for all your
congratulations, bro.
Man, congrats, bro. 6 years, man. Congrats.
We are celebrating with you, and hopefully, you know what? I know I said I wouldn't care if the Raiders lose, but no, have our Raiders win for our boy Van City.
Oh yeah,
have them get
damn right. Yeah,
have agreed, them get this dub. That Raiders fan, shout out to you. Can't see Carr playing for another team, starting from scratch, learning yet another system. Better off retiring if he's let go. I think it's just best for both parties. You know, that press conference, guys. For me, I said I just seen a man broken up there. This organization broke this man, and I think if we thought we get 2016 Carr back, bro, that thing's long gone now. Like this man, this man is done, and it's not because for me, I'm not saying he's done because I've been always criticizing Carr. He's done like emotionally. Being with this organization has dealt with him emotionally. Who knows what his family, how he's going back home. You know, he was saying up there what guys do to just sleep at night to come here and practice. And I'm like, bro, yeah, it's time. It's time. Just let the Raiders handle their shit and let Derek Carr go, live his life. It's just time.
Yeah.
You guys want to give me your thoughts about that?
I could see, honestly, I mean, obviously DC has enough money, whatever, and if he doesn't want to go through this yearly fucking grind every week anymore, cool, retire, enjoy your life. I think DC's emotionally done right now, but I think an offseason could repair that, and I think that if he goes to another team, I think there's teams out there where he could definitely thrive. And I mean, he's played for enough offensive coordinators and stuff. I'm sure we could send him somewhere where he's played with somebody before.
All right.
You got maybe a fifth of the league has been his offensive coordinator, so he knows a lot of systems. I guarantee you, there's a home out there where he could have some success. Even if it's not with us, it'd be good to see. I root for him every week unless he played us. But yeah. I guess it depends on where his heart is. If his heart's still in the game, which it appears to be. Carr's not one of the guys you see out there and you're like, damn, that dude's not even trying. He's done, he's out there giving his all. He's just falling short.
Yeah.
I could definitely see him put in the right situation. Maybe not a pass first offense where he could definitely I
feel like he needs a run game to really help him out.
Absolutely.
If you ain't got a run game, then
he's not going to be a centerpiece for any team.
Yeah,
but you know what? Doesn't Derek Carr remind you of like a love-struck teenager? Like it's like if the Raiders, if it doesn't work out, I'll never love again.
Right.
Like
it does feel like that. It feels. I'm like, bro, because he said it too. He's like, I don't want to play anywhere else. I'm like, all right. Okay, by all means, don't play anywhere else. But I'm sorry, you ain't playing here.
But the reality of all that is like, okay, you say all that is great. The fan base loves that. We love loyalty. That's he's playing the right, rhythm for our heartstrings because that's what we like to hear as a fan base. But if some other team comes crossing by and it's like, hey, we're gonna pay you. We want you to come over here. We got this piece, that piece, and you want to win a Super Bowl because you like to win, he's going to go and take that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe 100% that like he's going to retire if he doesn't play for the Raiders. I don't believe that at all, man. I think that, if he goes somewhere else, he's going to succeed, maybe be a little bit better. I'm not saying Super Bowl, but maybe the numbers will be better. He'll have better protection. The pressure of winning won't be directly on him, especially if he's not a centerpiece. Like I think it'd be just a better situation if he goes to another team at this point.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. What about you, Nate? What do you feel about? Well, real quick before Robert, I wanted to touch on it. Devontae Adams posted and since deleted insane. He said if DC is out, he is out. Did you guys happen to see that? I did not see that. I haven't seen that. I was
Anybody got
just
a
on my phone
screenshot
right
yet?
now. I was just on my phone right now trying to see if someone caught that he posted, but I haven't seen anything.
Man. That's making my
Robert,
stomach hurt already.
Bro, for real.
I was gonna say, Robert, if you could somehow find that again, bro, send that to our IG, bro. Send that.
It's funny because me and Big Mike kind of touched on this on my last live. I mean, that's a kind of a good conversation piece. What if you get rid of DC and then Devontae demands a trade? What do you how do you think we navigate that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I think that's why I'm saying you might have to bring a Brady or even try to go get an Aaron Rodgers just to keep Devontae happy. But then it goes back to okay, Devontae, then why did you come to the Raiders? Did you come just to play for your childhood team, play with your best friend, or did you come here to win football games? Come here to win a championship with your team? Because if you did not come here to win, I'm sorry, Devontae. I don't care that you're the best wide receiver in the NFL. We need, like I said, even as an organization, they need to change the mindset that people come here to win, not to get paid, not to play for the childhood team, not to play for the best friend, not to play with their favorite head coach. No, you come here to win. You come here to win championships. That is where your mindset is at. So if this is true, that Devontae said, "Oh, I'll be out if Carr is gone," well, then Devontae, you're showing me your true colors. That you never cared about winning with the Raiders. You just cared about looking cute, as you said you wasn't gonna do.
Right.
You cared about looking cute with your best friend.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
right.
So say that we lose DC or we get rid of DC and Devontae is done. He doesn't want to play here no more. We have to get rid of him, otherwise he's gonna sit. What do we get for Devontae? And what does our draft capital look like at that point?
I will say you probably give up what the Packers gave up, but instead of a second, you get 2 firsts.
That's
because again, you're trading the best wide receiver away. It's like Devontae, we're not gonna trade you for like a second and third. Like if you want out, we're getting what we are gonna get for you. You're the best wide receiver in the NFL. You do really, if I'm honest, he's bailing Carr out of a lot of situations where it's been a bad pass and he's over there making spectacular catches. Bro, 2 firsts, nothing else.
Do we pull an Eagles with the Carr and Adams? Trying to trade it away for picks?
Oh, trade both of them away for picks? I mean,
yeah.
If Adams is what Adams said is true, then
package them.
Yeah, package them.
You get 3 firsts.
Yeah.
What about you, Big Mike? What do you say about if this is true, what Adams said? What are we doing with that?
Man, I'm doing whatever it takes to make this dude happy. At this point, we got to keep him, man. Like, hey, okay, it's not working out with DC for us, but hey, we can bring back an Aaron Rodgers. We can bring a Tom Brady in. You know, we want you to win a Super Bowl here.
Yeah,
and I think that's important to show Devontae Adams is that we're serious about winning, because at this point of his career, he wants a Super Bowl. His legacy means a lot to him. You could tell his legacy means a lot to him. Just the way he carries himself, the way he plays on the field, he gives 100%. He's not a stat patter by any means. He don't care about the stats like that. He wants to win football games. And I think at this point of his career, you know, we got to show him as an organization, like, hey, okay, maybe DC isn't working out for us, but we want this to work out for you. We want to bring in whoever we need to bring in to win games. So, hey, we'll engineer some type of deal to the Packers and bring in an Aaron Rodgers for a year, get you that Super Bowl before you head out. Or we bring a Tom Brady in here and for 1 year and get you that Super Bowl you deserve. So we have to show that we're trying to win games, because if we're not, I don't blame him for wanting to get out of here. To be honest with you, you can't blame him. You know, this is not a Randy Moss situation where this dude is, you know, slacking off and not playing games, or an Antonio Brown situation where his feet are you know, freezing and he's finding every single excuse to not be on the field. This dude on the field, he's showing out every game, dude. He's putting his 100% effort. And if we as an organization is not putting that 100% effort into winning, hey, I don't blame him for leaving, bro. I really don't.
I agree.
I really don't.
He's coming to the part of his career, like that's all he's going to think about now. He's got the numbers. He's got the catches, the receiving yards, the records, the touchdowns. All he needs is a Super Bowl win. That's all he wants right now. Shout out to Walt though, bro. Appreciate your support. Proud of you with your Raider channel, young fella, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. We are at 200, over 200 subscribers. We're at 206, bro. We are trying to get to 500 by the end of the season. But also subscribe to my brothers, KaneTown Raider and BigMike Raider, bro. They got their own channels. The channels are in the description, by the way, so you guys can go subscribe to them. They put some. I think Big Mike, you had a footage on Mumford, or not Mumford, Neil Farrell, bro. Really like that. So, I really like that.
I did a quick, not a quick. I did like a 20-minute breakdown on Neil Farrell, his last game against the Jaguars. He had his best game of his career. I went through like 16 plays, and also I got another show. That's why I was late, guys. I had to do. I was doing a show. Yeah, I recorded a show with a buddy of mine, and we're talking Raiders, and that's being downloaded right now. So go tune in for that one, and I'll send you guys that one too. So make sure you guys pass that down when you can, man.
Of course. But yeah, subscribe to the brothers, man. We got to show our support. Now, Walt said, I don't believe that post Adams is a Raider. He's a professional. That's where I'm at. And that's why I'm like, I don't see it. I don't have it. Like, so I'm not really gonna buy into it. I'm not gonna.
If I don't see it on his account, or screenshot or something, then
I'm not gonna say. JB, shout out to you, bro, for popping in. We win. We'll be third in the AFC West division. Crazy. That's not saying a lot. If we're talking about the AFC East, that's saying a lot, bro. I want to bring that up. Whoever thought that the AFC East was supposed to be the AFC West, like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, bro.
Like,
you know what? It
crazy.
I don't want the problem with winning and being in third place is scheduling, right? Like if we're in fourth place and we're in last place, we're playing last place teams next year. So
yeah,
that's another thing is that the whole tanking idea, right, is that you want to be in last place. So next year you have like a schedule that's kind of more favorable in your side. So, that's something to consider, rather than trying to go for third place. What does third place mean at this point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. Right. You're playing for pride at this point, but it's like, as a coach and an organization, man, built for the future. Walt says Adams knows Carr isn't the answer, and Carr isn't worth $33-44 million per year, and that's why I say you gotta cut ties with Carr. That contract is hard to deal with, and I'm even saying you guys might disagree, but even Waller and Renfro, like I'm tied with their contracts too because we paid them some good money, and I get it. Renfro's having his injuries, Waller's having his injuries too, but it's like, man, y'all were balling up pre-contract. Now y'all get the bag, and both of y'all is like shit in the bed. You guys can't stay healthy, and then when you guys are on the field, you guys ain't doing shit. So it's like,
I'm all for sending Waller to Green Bay for that second round pick, man. I wish we would have done that.
Oh, that's what I was. Yeah, I would have took it because you could I feel Foster Moreau can be a decent tight end. Of course, when Waller's healthy. I'm not taking anything away from his talent. That man has talent. But let's not act like he didn't miss 7 games last year. Like he was kind of showing his signs that he's kind of on the injury prone. Like I remember, I think he got injured, played the Dallas game, and then got re-injured. You come back and you get re-injured, and then he did it. He did it this season too. He came back from the hamstring injury he was dealing preseason. And then he re-aggravated it, and then he's been out ever since. And it's like, yeah, bro. Like when I found out Packers were offering him my Raiders, like Ziegler, what are you doing, bro? Like I get it.
He's our McFadden.
Smaller, but bro, if you could get draft capital, you do it. That Raiders fan. If Adams demands out, what more can I say about the Raiders franchise?
True. That's exactly what I was. That's my point right there, man. Yeah.
Dumpster fire. That's where we at. Adams Walt says Adams grew up in the Raider fan in the Bay. Adams will be a Raider 2023. He says the question is what number 2 and the number 33 picks in the draft. Let's talk. Let's talk draft. Like I got top 10 linebackers. We got Trenton Simpson. The number 1, I believe. Let me see. The number 1 linebacker, of course, everybody's talking about him, is Trenton Simpson out of Clemson. He's the best linebacker. I like linebackers, but my biggest need is defense tackle. So I really like
Hey,
Jalen
y'all.
Carter.
Hey, I'll be right back, bro. I'll be right back.
Oh no problem, no
Yeah,
problem. Man.
You're fine.
You're fine. I like Jalen Carter from defense tackle, but KaneTown likes quarterback, and I agree. I would agree to disagree. I'll say that because I wouldn't be upset. I think we agreed on that. We wouldn't
Whatever
be
you
upset
do with this pick is
how
fine.
they go. Like if they go quarterback, they go quarterback.
If we don't go QB, I am in 100% agreement with you. Jalen Carter is the move.
Yeah. And that's what I'm at. I'm like, if you don't get a quarterback, go get Jalen Carter. If you don't get Jalen Carter, then get your quarterback of the future. Like
I wouldn't be too pissed. I wouldn't be too pissed about Will Anderson either. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine him and Max both coming off the edge?
I mean that if you could, and then I said you can maybe move Chandler on the inside, and you have Neil Farrell on the inside. Maybe I don't know.
I think Chandler can play 3-4 end.
Where is Coons?
Hey, bro, dude, you got to talk to Patrick Graham about that. You're getting
Coons, bro. They're giving Tashawn Bauer looks over Coons.
Yeah, and the thing is, I liked Coons. I like what I seen in the preseason. I like what I seen last season. I'm like, man, why they not got Coons out there? But with the number 2 pick, I think Walt's right here. You're picking, you're Ziegler, KaneTown. You're picking number 2. Let's say the Texans just bullshit the draft, and Bryce Young and CJ Stroud is still on the board. Who you picking?
I'm picking Stroud, and if Stroud's gone, I'm not picking Young. I'm picking Levis.
All right. I think I agree with you. And the thing is, I have the same opinion as Wasted. It's his height and his build that is scaring me. Like he has the talent. I watched a bunch of Alabama games. He has the talent. He has an arm strength. He can escape the pocket. But that guy does take a lot of hits too. He's been taking a lot of hits in college because when he runs, he doesn't slide or go out of bounds. He kind of fights for yardage. And I'm like, well, you're a small guy. And then in an NFL, like, can he be a Kyler Murray? Can he be a Russell Wilson? No. Can he have that ceiling? Maybe, but I wouldn't want to be the ones to take the chance on him. Like, because if we're serious about winning now and serious about building the future, I feel the most NFL ready quarterbacks is CJ Stroud and Will Levis. Like that's what I like.
I'd even if it's young, I'd even wait until the second round, maybe, and get a Hendon Hooker. I like Jaron Hall.
I really like Jaron Hall too. Yeah, I like Jaron Hall. I think I was flipping through college games, and I happened to go through BYU game, and I'm like, this guy, who is this guy? I'm like, he's just zipping the ball, putting it like beautifully on the sideline, had a touch pass in the corner of the end zone to his running back. I'm like, I like this guy. And they said he was a number 5 quarterback prospect coming out of the draft. I'm like, if he falls to you in the second round, you can possibly get him. I mean, look, we got Derek Carr in the second round.
Yep.
And we had good years with Derek Carr. Like, and before his leg break, I'll say that. Like, go get your guys. Like, that's why I said go get a stud defensive line. And then you could possibly get your franchise guy in the second round. But then again, we were picking, I believe, 5th in 2014. And we got Mac, and then we got Carr in the second round. But I just we got to see. I'm at that point. We got to see what they do with Carr. Because if Carr stays, then that tells me what I need to know, like what they're going to do.
For real.
Walt, Raiders do need to play Neil Farrell Jr., Matthew Butler, and Coots in the next 8 games. I'm all for it. I'm here. See what you got in the young guys.
Yeah, you got to see. You got to see who's going to be here next year. I want to see all of them. I want to see Sam Webb for the rest of the year. But Darian Butler, Luke Masterson, all of them guys. Bring in all them young dudes, give them some game.
Yeah. What about you, Nate? And I mean, we talked about it, Nate. How do you feel about seeing more of the young guys like Luke Masterson? You know, the Matthew Butlers, the Neil Farrells, the Kuntses, even the Sam Webbs, like the cornerback. How do you feel about just seeing the young guys just plugging the young Zeus, like you said, Zeus?
Yeah, it's only right. Like you're really going nowhere with the people that you have right now, and you have other people that you can look towards and see what they have, and hopefully they do better than what we have already. And that's the only way you're gonna go forward, apart from drafting whatever's in the draft. Even though I feel like whether it's helping the defense or drafting a QB with like our top pick, it's still taking on an opportunity that we have. And I feel like this season is our opportunity and our probably biggest opportunity in a while.
Yeah.
It's like as close as we've gotten to like resurrecting this franchise in a way.
Shout out to Van City real quick.
I like the young guys.
Yeah, no, I want to see. I want to see because Ziegler said he wants to build for the future, right? So see what the future is. See what the young guys have. But shout out to Van City. He said if what Adam said is true though, and I love Devontae and I consider him an untouchable piece. But could you guys imagine going into this upcoming draft with like 5 first-round picks? And you don't got Mayock picking it. You don't got Mayock or Gruden picking. You got Ziegler who
pull the Eagles, bro.
I'm honest, I trust Zeke. I trust Zeke with our first round picks because he hit on Dylan Parham. I feel like he's hit on Mumford. I mean, that's I might get chewed out for that, but I feel like just put Mumford in there. Mumford has shown some flashes when he's in there. Matthew Butler, he's shown flashes when he was in there, and Neil Farrell too. And then Zeus. We still got to see what we can get out of him. But so far, I like what Ziegler did in the draft last year with little draft capital. So, yeah, if you get more draft capital and maybe like 3 first-round picks, I wouldn't say 5 because I don't think you're getting 4 first-round picks for Devontae. But if you get
they're going to be spread out. Nobody's got those all this year.
Yeah, I was like, if you get 5, let's say like how Gruden had it where he gets like 3 this year and then like 2, but there's no way. I don't see that happening. But let's say, you go 3 first-round picks. Like, you could get a quarterback. You could get maybe a Will Levis, in the second round, and then still get your defensive guy in the middle of the pack. It was funny. I was talking to Nate, and I'm like, dude, the Eagles are 8-1, and I think they did a trade with the Saints, and basically the Saints gave up their first-round pick to the Eagles, and the Eagles have like the 4th or 5th overall pick right now. I'm like, I'm like, bro.
I believe they got like 40-50 million in cap too.
Oh, I'm like, bro, the Eagles, they, 8-1, and then really their future is bright. I mean, I'm hoping we get the same kind of treatment. I'll trade Waller away for 4th, give his contract to Jacobs.
Ooh,
how do you feel about that, KaneTown? I mean, I agree, trade Waller away, but giving the contract to Jacobs, like.
I wouldn't give Jacob 17 million a year. Not a chance in the world. You don't pay a running back that much.
Not yet.
Especially one that's shown that he can be injury prone. I'd give Jacobs 10, 9, but Waller for a 4th is tough, just because he has so much when he's healthy and on his shit. Man, he's worth almost a 1st.
Yeah.
If we're doing a single pick, I'd go as low as a 3rd. But if we're going a 4th, I'm going to need like a 6th also.
Yeah, they got to be strict with Waller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, if you're trading Waller away and they don't want to give up a 1st, I'm like, okay, then you giving me a 2nd. Like, for me, that's minimal. You're giving me a 2nd. Because it's like you said, when healthy, if he goes to you and he's healthy, he's not having hamstring injuries, and he's not going to Aces games during training camp and preseason. And he's
too good. Yeah, he's too good to just be thrown away.
Imagine adding him to Miami.
Oh,
sheesh!
Good thing I got Tua on my fantasy.
you got the 2 fastest receivers and the fastest tight end.
Yeah. Shout out to Van City once again. Illuminor starting at left tackle today. That's what I was
looking real spooky for DC.
Derek Carr's blindside is gonna be.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He's gonna get killed.
I'm
saying, bro. Like, I get it, we're tanking, but you don't want Derek Carr to get injured. Like, I criticize the man, but I don't want to.
Maybe they do. They're like DC's the only one who wants to win out there. So if we get rid of him, we're guaranteed that first pick.
It's like,
Josh McDaniels, like, get this motherfucker out of here.
I was like, bro, Josh McDaniels is
like, they are demonized.
Hey, Illuminor, I need you to just let him run by you. Just let him run by you.
Step aside, Illuminor.
Yeah. Make it look like you're attempting to block.
Just make it look like every other time when you actually try to block and you get turned into a turnstile.
For real. Or he's just gonna get pushed right back. Welcome,
yeah, just fall down, Illuminor. Just fall.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So, so Big Mike, Van City just informed us Illuminor is starting at left tackle. That's what I was thinking. So that means
he came in so happy.
I just gave him the worst news.
Bro, but what I don't understand about it is why is it Illuminor at left tackle? Why not Mumford, who just came over for being a left tackle at Ohio State, and then put Illuminor at right tackle, where he's shown he can at times at least be average?
Because we're tanking.
Yeah. That's the only.
What does Dodge do? We're tanking.
Yeah, I was like, Grab got the scrubs. I'm like, we're tanking. He's got scrubs. I got tanking.
Bro, you
shout out to
straight up pissed in
man.
my Cheerios, bro.
Yeah, shout out to all the. Walt said Drew Brees was 6 foot 209 at his 2001 combine. I think he's referring to like CJ Stroud. Well, hopefully, I mean. And I know they're gonna get a lot of NFL comparisons too. They might. I heard someone comparing someone to like a Drew Brees, but I'm like, man, I don't want to do that because then you're gonna get my hopes up. I remember they were comparing Derek Carr to Aaron Rodgers. We seen how that turned out.
Man, yeah, you know what? These quarterbacks every year they get a comparison, and they don't deliver on that comparison. You know what I mean? So it's like. I don't know, man.
I think our man KaneTown froze up there.
Yo, I thought he like stroked out or something, bro. He's like, wait a second.
Wait, what just happened? Oh,
no, I was like looking at him. I'm like, is he moving?
You good, bro?
Like KaneTown, where you live?
Or did he lag out?
Yeah, he lagged out. Hopefully he'll get back in here though. But go ahead, Big Mike. What were you saying?
I was saying, you know, these quarterbacks every year get a comparison to Hall of Fame guys, and it's not fair to them because in most cases it doesn't work out as you know, when they come out the draft. Like, you know, name when was the last time we've seen like a superstar quarterback? We haven't had one in like a good couple of years. You know,
it's like you want to go back. Really, Rich Gannon, you know, who took them to the playoffs, took them, you know.
Well, I'm talking about just NFL in general.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
yeah, like we could say Mahomes is great, but if we're talking like elite, like yeah, he's taking them to the playoffs, but he's losing in the playoffs.
Yeah, so like what Justin Herbert, like that class at 2020 class, like that was the last great class. Like last year was a dud, this year was a dud. Like, you know, it doesn't happen every year. You're gonna get a star guy, so you know we got to really like pump the brakes on like. You know, comparing, hey, this guy's gonna be the next so and so. Like, you know, it might not be the case. You know.
Yeah, and that's what I said that. And not me and Nate talked. I would not be the one to say, oh, we get a rookie quarterback, we're instantly gonna be a contender. Like, no, there's gonna be growing pains like we had with DC. You know, DC had to kind of figure it out, test the waters, but he's shown flashes when in his rookie year that made us like, okay, we build around DC, we can have something here. And I feel the same way with the rookie quarterback. But I feel, you know, you go get maybe a Tom Brady or a bridge quarterback and you sit. Because I noticed that's how teams have done it. They let their rookie sit for like a year, learn the system, you know, just really learn from afar. And then the following year they put him in and it's like, hey, now take what you learn and go out there and win them some games. I mean, with Mahomes, he didn't get thrown into the wolves.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate doing that comparison because, he did go into a better organization that's not a shit show. You know, he has Andy Reid. You know, they had Alex Smith. But I think you go get your quarterback, but you don't just throw him in the wolves. You know, you let them learn from afar. Walt said main thing is seeing the rookie defensive tackles. That's what I want to see. I want to see Neil Farrell, Matthew Butler in there today. Van City said, this is on Bryce Young. He said, I'm on Kyler Murray 2.0.
He ain't wrong.
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm at too. I'm like, and then he's gonna play more video games than actually learning the freaking playbook. Mayock picked Leatherwood isn't instead of Christian Darrisaw. Yeah, he's a left tackle for the Vikings, bro, playing good football. Ziegler isn't that stupid. No, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, I think Mayock really was just listening to Gruden. Yeah, they want to say, you know, Mayock had, you know, got more of the GM power when he came in, but I was like, nah, like they were buddy. So it's like, hey, go give me this guy. This is the guy I want. Of course, Mayock's like, all right, I'll give you this guy instead of getting us the best guy on the draft.
Yep.
Walt says, I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield and Carolina today so we can keep that number 2 pick. And we got to lose. And hey, who knows? We might get that number 1 pick if the Texans win.
Hey, yo.
Oh, man.
Then again, we beat the Texans, so we probably still have
Yeah, they would have to lose twice.
Yeah, they have to lose twice. And Walt said, "Oh no, he was talking about Bryce Young." Okay. Oh, with Drew Brees was on the short side. You're right. He was 6 foot. He was on the short side.
But that's my point, man. Drew Brees is Drew Brees.
That's it for me. Drew Brees had to build. Like he can escape sacks. He can get out of the pocket. Bryce Young could do the same thing. But man, that dude takes a hit. You got to like hold your breath.
Yeah.
You gotta hold your breath. Luminor should be at right guard. That's either right guard or left guard. Like right guard, you gotta have
Luminor should play left. Luminor should play left out. That's what he should be playing. He should be playing left out on the bench on the sideline. That's what Luminor should be playing.
For real. Play water boy, bro. Just get your lineman water.
Man, jeez.
Vance City, I'm factoring DC grabbing us a first as well. Like trade? Like, is that what you mean? Like trade?
Man, I don't know if any of these teams give up a first for that, bro.
Yeah.
Man, somebody who's hecka desperate. I don't know.
Man, it would have to be.
Maybe the Browns?
Colts is the only one I'm seeing.
Colts?
The Browns got Deshaun
Saints,
Watson,
maybe?
but Colts.
But like, what if Deshaun Watson like goes back to prison? I mean, or something.
It goes back to prison.
Hey,
he was just
suspended,
bro.
Then again, I'm like, hey, the Browns are a dumpster fire themselves. Who knows? They're like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing over here. We'll give you a first for Derek Carr.
Man. Yeah.
Whoever gives a first for Derek Carr, bro, the Raiders will be robbing them. Like, let them out.
That's highway robbery, bro.
Yeah, highway robbery. Walt says draft Young or Stroud. If you can't get Brady, go get Minshew Magic for a year, $8 million as a bridge. I would not be mad if we go get
That would be fun. That would be fun at least.
That would be fun. And the thing is, he was on a terrible Jaguar team and he still beat us. I would never forget.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, I went to that last game in Oakland. I'm like, how the fuck did we lose this game? So I'm like, hey, and he got a Devontae, he got, Renfro, Waller, hypothetically.
The best pieces he's ever had.
Yeah, he's at the same thing we said about DC, we'll be saying about any quarterback, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Brady's or the Rodgers, but maybe the Garoppolos or, the Minshews, maybe
Jimmy Apollos,
the Brissetts, if they, whoever is under Brady, not Brady or Rodgers, this will be the best offensive pieces they'll be having. Nothing spells tank more than starting Jermaine Illuminor at left tackle.
For real.
Oh man. Hold on, I'm gonna.
You might as well start KaneTown at left tackle, man. It's the same deal.
Oh, speaking. Hold on. Let me see. No, for real. So, and that's what I'm saying. Let's get KaneTown left tackle. Let's get BigMike on right tackle. Let's get Nate at quarterback, and I'll be slot receiver for on the right.
Let's do it, bro. You take it, might well, right?
I was like, I can run routes. I know that. I can run routes.
I mean, unless because you got the arm, Ed. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's true. I can be the quarterback. Hey, and I scramble. I mean, I can't see. I'll be a Kyler Murray. I can't see shit because I'm 5'5".
Hey, and you play the video game, so it's perfect.
I'll be audibly. I'll be like, yo, 4 verticals. They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, it's Madden talk. Get with it, bro. It's Madden
talk. Come on, man. Haven't you played Madden?
For real. Haven't you played Madden before? I mean, hey, that's one time DC's actually good.
Man,
that's tough.
I'd be like, man, if only DC's like actually could play like this. And I'm like, I remember it was Tom Grossi. So Nate shared. I don't know if you guys know who Tom Grossi is. He's a Packers fan, but he kind of covers all of NFL. Nate shared this with me, and he did a Raider skit. And it was basically us Raider fans going into the Raiders organization. It's like, yeah, we're applying for the head coaching vacancy. And the Raiders like, head coaching vacancy? What are you talking about? And it's like, well, you're getting smacked all around. So, like, we figured we need a head coaching vacancy. And the guys just looking at him like, just put your resume at the receptionist.
Oh,
I was like, bro. I was like, hey, that'd be me. I'll be first one in line. Like, I can't do any worse than Josh McDaniels right now.
Man. You know what would be crazy is that like somebody comes with like a legit, really decent looking resume and then drop like a packet, nice papers and all that stuff. Like,
Bro,
like
who knows?
they gotta look at it.
Bro, we got the next Belichick like working at Walmart or something, and he just comes,
Yeah, man.
just because
His
hey, I
team
was
is immaculate,
working
you know?
at Walmart yesterday. I'm the Raiders head coach today. Like,
Man.
I need help.
Walt
I need
Mitchell
help.
Magic career, 41 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. All right, I
That's
like
crazy.
those stats. I mean, what's his win? I mean, again, if we're gonna give Derek Carter, the leeway of like, oh, he's been on terrible teams, I'm gonna give Mitchell Magic the same leeway. He's been on terrible teams.
I don't like the win-loss record comparison. Like, it's a team game. You know, you can't put that on the quarterback, but 41-13, I like that, bro. That's
Yeah, that's a
Chelsea
good
doesn't
season.
turn the ball over, that's for sure.
yeah.
EP Scorpio, shout out to you. I was waiting for our boy EP Scorpio to jump up in here. Should Raiders go out there and play hard to win or just play to lose? EP Scorpio, they've been playing to lose for 3 weeks straight, so I don't see anything changing. Shout out to KaneTown back here.
Yo, so there's an internet outage. There's an internet outage in my area.
Oh, dang, bro.
So internet outage.
We had that.
Internet outage at Starbucks, bro.
Hey, listen. You ain't talking to Urkel over there, Carl Winslow.
Yo.
Hey, so KaneTown.
Oh my God, bro.
You're gonna go in at left guard. Big Mike's gonna be left tackle. I'm gonna be quarterback, and we got Nate in the slot receiver. We can't be any worse. If we're tanking, we might as well do it right. You know, right?
We got Carl Winslow at left tackle and Braun Strowman at left guard, bro. Sounds good to me.
Wait, I need help. Wait, I need help. Should I start Deontay Foreman against the Ravens or Najee Harris versus the Bengals?
Ooh.
I got Bengals defense, so no. I'm just kidding.
I go Najee all the way on that one, bro. I mean, that's just me.
But go with
Najee. All right.
Najee's different, and the thing is, he's the workhorse right now for the Steelers.
Yeah. He's having a down year, but I'll still take him over Deontay Foreman.
Yeah.
My running back
I feel like
trash.
that's a question. Houston plays Washington today. Let's go Texans. You know, Van City, knowing the Raiders' luck, bro, Houston will lose every single game for the rest of the season.
And then we'll win 2.
For real, and then we'll win 2, and then we go up to like the 4th or 5th pick.
Yeah, that sounds about
Raiders
right.
draft the quarterback at 2. Do we reach for a need, DT or offensive tackle, draft the best player on the board, or trade down? I mean, what do you guys think?
He gone.
What happened?
Oh no, Nate had to go. The question was Raiders draft a quarterback at 2. Do we reach for a need like a defensive tackle or offensive tackle? Like draft the best player on the board, or do we trade down?
You know, I wouldn't even mind the idea of trading down if it's to the right guy, if it's to the right team. Like say for example, right? The Broncos keep losing. The Seahawks have that pick. So, you know, that's a top 10 pick. We can trade down to them, and then maybe they offer their actual like pick that they're gonna have next year for that number 2 or number 3 spot. So instead of having a number 2, we have like a number 7 and a fucking 18 or 19. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we get, you know, maybe 2 firsts the following year. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at with trading down. I wouldn't mind if it's with the right guy, with the right team. But if we didn't, I want to lean more towards defense. Like if we can get a game changer on defense, that's where I would go. And I think we could move up in the late first if we wanted to and get a quarterback. We want like KaneTown's guy, Michael Penix. So, you know, get somebody like that in the first round, late in the first or something like that. So, defense first, bro. That's where I would go.
Walt said no. Say the Raiders drafted a quarterback at number 2. He's talking about the 33 pick, I think.
The 33
pick. Yeah, he's talking about. Okay, sorry, Walt. That was my bad.
Okay, yeah, defense.
So with the 33
defense.
pick, yeah.
Yeah, if we go quarterback,
I go defensive tackle. I feel like that's not even a question at that point.
D tackle, that's the easiest pick. Easiest pick, D tackle, and the best D tackle. I don't want no reaches. I don't want no old school John Gruden. Some guy from like San Diego State that, you know, ran a 4.3 and had a great combine. Like, no, we need a guy who has a proven body of work, man. I want that number one D tackle.
Yeah, what about you,
Gotta have that
KaneTown?
thick frame body of work.
There you go.
Big frame, bro.
It depends on who's on the board. If a top corner falls, I wouldn't mind taking a corner either. I'd like a D tackle, but you know, if you got Brezzy will be off the board, Breezy, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Chris Breezy.
You got Jaquelin Roy, he's out there. Siaki Ika. If Siaki Ika
Nice, bro.
is there in the top of the second round, that's done deal. You go with him. He's a monster.
Yeah.
You go. It's like
He's another Vita Vea.
Bro, yeah, that's a thick
Mm.
frame individual, bro. He's about 340, but he can move.
Yeah.
he's
About
on
6'4",
run.
I think he's about 6'4", 340.
Yeah. That boy can move,
The
bro.
reason, man. Oh, I would love that. And the reason I say DT is because here's what I see. I see Max and Chandler always overrunning on the outside, and they force the quarterback to step up. But we got no interior pass rush. That quarterback step up, and he still got a clean ass pocket. And it's like
You're gonna run into a fucking wall with Ika there.
Yeah. That's what we need,
man.
bro.
To answer your question, we go DT or even the best guy, best corner or best. What do you guys think about best linebacker?
I like the linebackers. I like linebackers and offensive line through free agency. You know, I want my linebackers to be like proven leaders, some guy that we can kind of count on and put that green sticker on, you know, and kind of hold down the defense.
Yeah,
That's kind of where I'm at.
Shout out to Wasted. Shout out to Wasted in the building, bro. You guys are doing great, except KaneTown. Hashtag
Wasted's mad.
Damn, okay.
So Wasted is Raider Nation.
Hey, bro, Wasted. We're gonna be on for like a couple more minutes, bro. You want to pull up for a quick, maybe for like
down with Strowman, bro.
You keep him down there. You keep him down there where you
He wants
belong.
to stay in the chat. We're gonna keep him in the chat. Imagine if we end up with the first overall pick with the draft being in rival territory in Kansas City next year. That would be hella funny.
Waste is just mad because I went on his live and shouted out everybody but him.
You did do that.
It's all good, bro. Thank you for stopping by, though. Thank you for pulling up, though. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
I would, bro. That Raiders fan, it's like I like that, but then watch it's like shit. It, bro. Ziegler, don't fuck this up. That's all. That's all I would be saying. Ziegler, don't fuck it up in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And you guys trying to make it out to Kansas City for the draft? I think Graf's throwing together a draft party.
I'm gonna try to make it out there.
I might need to plan something. You know.
Yo, we need Big Mike down there. You know, Carl Winslow's a cop. You know. We might need that.
Hey, he's gonna be Graf's security, bro. Graf's gonna be Big Mike's gonna be like,
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
bro, he's gonna be like, no one's talking to Graf. Let's see. Let me get some more comments in here. Walt says, I trade down at 33 if you don't see a for sure player. I mean, I think it's back to what KaneTown said. It depends who's up on the board. But
yeah.
I think, that cornerback from Seattle, we missed big time on that man. And we drafted Zeus instead. And it's like, I don't want, you could trade down, but who's to say, that's not a top corner on that board. I feel like we just got to trust Z, trust the scouting, and hopefully, they making the right decisions.
I mean, so far they've compiled a ton of draft capital. So far so good, man. I mean, if they can just draft well, that we'll be all right.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping.
As long as we take care of this opportunity to have this draft in our hands, type stuff.
Do you guys have anybody past the second, third round? Kind of a sleeper that you guys think we should pick up?
So, my thing is with quarterback. If we're gonna go with quarterback, right? I want a complete rebuild of that quarterback room in general. I want Stidham gone as well. So, in saying that, you're going to do a complete rebuild. You got your first round quarterback that you're going to draft, and then I want to get a quarterback in one of those 4th or 5th round picks Now, one of the guys that I like looking at, and I've been saying this, I've been saying this to Wasted. I've been saying this since like September. Sam Hartman from Wake Forest, bro. Take a look at some of his film. This dude steps up in the pocket. He's not afraid to take a hit. He makes all the NFL type throws, and he's like projected like a late round pick. That would be another guy to kind of like develop, just in case things don't go right with our number 1 pick or our first round pick if we do get a quarterback. And it'll be similar to what the Redskins did when they got RG3 that year, but then they ended up getting Kirk Cousins. And it turned out to be Kirk Cousins was the guy in Washington until he got, shipped to the Vikings. So that'll be the type of move that I would like to see. Get your number 1 first round pick guy, and then get another guy in the 5th round.
So you want to carry 3 quarterbacks into the season?
I will carry 2. Well, you know what? I will carry 3.
You comfortable 2 rookies going into a complicated scheme?
No, you're right. I would go 3. I would go 3, especially if you're going to bring in like a Tom Brady for a year. You have 2 quarterbacks learning the system, and then learning also how Tom Brady runs it. That's if we do go a route like Tom Brady. That's a good deal. That's planning for the long term at that point. And you got a contingency plan just in case that first quarterback doesn't work out. You got another guy who might be a diamond in the rough, and you save a little bit of money. You're not paying him much just in case things don't work out.
Yeah.
He says,
got it, bro.
Yeah, we are at to draft a quarterback. No, I mean, I haven't really done my late round scouting. I've been more focused on what we're going to do with this 2, what we're going to do with the 33. And then I feel I'm just going to let the season play out. Once season ends, that's when I'm really going to go hardcore into this offseason and really do some homework.
Yeah. I mean, the honest part about it is that we can't really make an assessment until we see combine, whole body of work, everything, the school workouts that they do before the draft, all that stuff. We can't really make an accurate call on this yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's what's tough. Yeah, and that's what's tough. I was like, man, I don't really know because I got to go based off. They got to have a good, they can't even have a bad college season, like some, no names that are not projected. And he's coming back right here. There he is.
I guess they fixed the outage.
No, you good.
Nice.
And it's like, they can have a scouting combine, they kill it, They put up some good numbers. That's like, oh wow, like whether it's quarterback, whether it's defensive tackle, defensive ends, linebackers, whoever.
You look at a guy
I'm trying to look at.
You look at a guy like Travon Walker, who wasn't even a number, who was like a late first round projection at the beginning of the whole process, and he moved all the way up to the number 1 pick towards the end of the whole process leading into the draft. He became a number 1 pick. So it's too early to say like, hey, let's go with the Alabama quarterback.
Yeah,
it's too early for that. Like, it's too early to say that. And plus, like, I don't think he's NFL ready. I don't think he has that NFL pedigree. He doesn't have the build to be an NFL quarterback. I don't see it. Yeah. So, I'm really hesitant to go that route with him. But somebody like a Will Levis, who has that build, the body, if he has a good combine, then that's somebody that you want to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to Walt again. Lot better chance getting diamonds in the rough rounds 3 through 7 with every position than quarterback. I feel like, there's rare late rounds, the Russell Wilsons, the Tom Brady's. It's really rare you're going to get a diamond in the rough at quarterback. You're right.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Real quick, before we're about to end up probably in another 10 minutes. Before we get out of here, give us some players from the defensive side of the ball, from the offensive side. One player you guys are highlighting, like who needs to step up and who would be a key to getting a win today.
Anybody besides Max Crosby.
For real. Hey, that's so true. Chandler Jones, where are you?
Other 10 defenders, where are you? That's
like,
man.
Nate Hobbs is back the week. I'll be at the game next week when Nate Hobbs comes back. I'm hyped for that.
Oh, bro.
Nice. Nice.
Man, that's nice. That's nice. Nate, what about you? Defensive side of the ball. I mean, I think I agree. I'm not picking one player. I agree with them. It's all 10 players besides Max Crosby. We got a defensive-minded man in Nate. Who are you looking at? I feel like he wants to say Chandler Jones. Your mic's off, bro. Nate.
He's like, Isaiah, pull him out.
No, I just want to see, like, if anybody needs to step up, it's probably the inner D line. Like, even though we might like fix up that, I just want to get something. Like, I want to see some light up in there because, like, it's like a dead black hole. It's like tough.
Is Tillery playing today?
Yeah, I've heard anything about Tillery, man. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to see him step up.
Yeah,
make some plays. Something we
Hopefully,
haven't seen these lead tackles.
Yeah, and it's at this point, what you got to lose? You signed him, plug him in there, see what he can bring you.
Right. Let me see if I can find our inactives real quick, or see if they posted them yet.
Oh yeah. So Van CD said, "I love watching Ed Oliver play like a beast, and I know that we are blessed with Cleveland Farrell." Thanks.
Again, man.
I sense a little sarcasm.
For real. I love Van City because his sarcasm is so funny. Bring away to Just Tank Baby, bro. For real. That's what I'm chanting now. Just Tank Baby. Bryce Young was the California 5-star high school player in high school. All right.
Yeah. I saw him play in modern day high school. Yeah, he was great, but that's high school. That's high school ball, bro.
Yeah,
like
right.
NFL.
He doesn't have the body. He doesn't have the build. I just don't see it yet, man. And I could be wrong. I could be. I'll say I'm stand corrected if I'm wrong. If he comes out in the combine, tears it up, makes every NFL type throw, then I'll say I'm stand corrected. But I just at this point, I just don't see it.
Yeah. No inactives posted yet. I don't think.
All right. Yeah. Kickoff is at 1:05, so it's probably gonna be posted like at 12, maybe 45 around that time. Robinson will play well, and Amit does well against Judy. And wasted Judy isn't actually he's out for today, so I think they're only gonna have Sutton really to focus on.
Should have known that. Wasted.
I'm keeping that.
Don't waste your time with wasted talent.
Oh my gosh.
I'm keeping Yasin for a while.
Oh, bro. I said, bro, we got to get KaneTown. And
Hey, wasted. Don't worry, man. He said that he'll Vader bomb you later.
Oh, man. Sydney Brown at University of Illinois, safety. I'm all for getting some safety help. I think we need.
I got to do some research on that guy. Yeah,
I've been hearing that name
I'll
pop
check
up.
that out.
Raider Geo, bro, joining us. Salute, fellas. Trayvon Merrick needs to show up. I only see him getting burnt and missing tackles, but he's still young, so I get it. But damn, and this is an unpopular opinion. I feel Patrick Graham is using him the wrong way.
Here's an unpopular opinion for that one, bro. I think that the defensive line is screwing the secondary.
That's
what I think is going on too, because you're not giving him. You're not going after the quarterback. These quarterbacks are over here making sandwiches in the pocket, and enjoying brunch and drinking tea, and they got 6-7 seconds to throw the ball. I mean, it's hard to cover any kind of receiver,
especially when Travis Kelce says that when Mahomes moves, he is also moving. Also, like it's just like more tough when cornerbacks are trying to like cover somebody when somebody's literally just running everywhere for like 10+ seconds.
Yeah, it's damn near impossible. Damn near impossible.
With our defense, they literally just say hike and they don't even. It feels like I'm like, dude, just don't even fucking move. Like, you guys are not doing anything. Like, I hate. Like,
hey, go back in coverage and make yourself useful at this point. You know what I mean? Like, your efforts in trying to get the quarterback is futile at this point.
Hey, and the thing is, we get mad at Patrick Graham. It's like, bro, why is he putting Farrell and Max Crosby in pass coverage? I'm like, well, they ain't getting to the quarterback, so like,
that's what I'm saying. Do something, bro. Like, hey, make some damn popcorn in the stands. Be useful, bro. Do something. We need. Man, get the Gatorades ready for the offense. Do something, bro. We need something. We need something, bro. Do a job.
What I'm saying, man. Like, I think if we go back to like even for Denver, yeah, they had like I'm talking about like when they won the Super Bowl, and even for the Legion of Boom, yeah, they had good corners, but if you go back and watch those defenses, the pass rush made the corners, that secondary, better because they didn't have to cover, like you said, Big Mike. They didn't have to cover for 7-8 seconds. They covered for 4, 3, and with pass rush comes inverted throws, which you get, throws right to the cornerbacks or throws right to the safeties or linebackers.
Even the best of quarterbacks, they're good for throwing these inadvertent throws and throwing interceptions. Even the best of them do it. So you need a pass rush for that. You need a pass rush.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say if you're going, the way Ziegler needs to go about it is, could you go with what you have this season, like a Deron Harmon, Nate Hobbs, Rockinson, Merrick into next season? You can, but if you don't do nothing about that pass rush, these guys, it's going to be a recipe like this year. Those guys are going to get cooked out there. We've seen Nate Hobbs against Kansas City. Even I said it was Nate Hobbs' probably worst game this season against Kansas City. Like he was getting cooked on. Much respect because he had a broken hand. He was playing with a broken hand, but he was still getting cooked off the line. But then again, it comes back to pass rush. Mahomes is like Nate said. Mahomes is already tough to get down as it is. Yep. So, but you giving him 8 seconds, and then when you finally get there, he's over here improvising, adding like 5, 6 more seconds. Our second, it's like at the end of the day, they can only cover for so long. Yep. So I actually, I agree with that. Now for offense, guys, let's transition to offense side of the ball. Struggling offense, can't score. How do we finally score? Not just in the red zone. Fuck scoring in the red zone. How do we score at all? Like how do we score at all? Like,
throw to Devontae. Yeah. Yo, I don't give a damn. I want him targeted 35 times today, bro.
So basically, what I'm hearing, KaneTown, is the person that got to step up is DC. Just fucking throw it.
Put Carlson at QB because he actually hits his spots.
Yeah, DC needs to step up in the pocket,
bro. This what needs to happen. You need to run Josh Jacobs until you can't run it anymore, right? Until you're in a third and mid to long situation. And then in those third to mid long situations, you throw it to Devontae. It's that simple. That's all I want to see.
Jacobs, set up the play action. Devontae.
Yeah, that's simple, bro. I don't give a damn about, mixing it up and all that stuff. You need to do that. There needs to be your bread and butter, and that's all you need to do. Get creative with getting Josh Jacobs the ball. Get creative with getting Devontae Adams open.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it needs to be Jacobs and Devontae. That's all I'm saying about that. That's
Devontae didn't have any trouble with Surtain last time, so I'm not worried about that.
Yep.
He didn't. Walt said they talked about Alabama quarterbacks never panned out for years. Now we have Tua and Hurts.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For me, it's with Hurts, he got the build. That boy, look, I don't know if that's how actually pause if necessary big he is. But that guy looks like he got the build as a quarterback.
If Bryce Young was built like that, I'd be all for taking him.
That's on about. Yeah. The size on Bryce Young, bro, I just don't like it. Okay, I don't like it, man. We got a lot of pause-worthy moments up in here.
I don't like the
Alabama quarterback.
Man,
bro,
but you know what? Walt, hey, good. You got good points, man. And I know I can speak for these three dudes that like we'll say that we were wrong if this turns out to be, that he's the dude at quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'm not sold on him as of right now, Walt. But hey, you might be right, man. You might be absolutely right on this one.
If he comes to the Raiders and he's balling out, bro, Walt, you could come into the chat and you can
we're for it.
All you want, bro.
Yeah, talk trash all you want. You guys are wrong. You guys are moron. You can say it all you want, bro.
As long as you're winning, I'll be like, bro, you right. I mean, I'm happy though because we winning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, as long as like we're wrong or right, as long as we're winning, I'm chilling.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Walt, real quick, give me your point on like about Stroud. Like, do you like Stroud? I like Stroud, but I can see some cons with him too. That's the thing. I can see the pros, I can see the cons, like really his story mode. And then he has sometimes, when I watch the Ohio State games when I have time, he's missing wide open throws. Like he's over underthrowing them. And I'm like, we got that with DC. Like that's the problem with DC. He's underthrowing, overthrowing. I'm like, but then there's times he makes the throw, and I'm like, well, then bro, CJ Stroud don't turn out like another DC. Like, you could either make the throw, or you can't. Like that's what I want you to always make the throw, especially if you got a clean pocket.
The things I noticed,
I like Stroud a lot more than I like Young. I'll say that. But
the things with Stroud is the problems he has are very fixable. The issues with Bryce Young will be very difficult to fix.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right, bro.
Let's see, Van City. You guys want the tank of the 20th century? I have an idea, and hear me out. I say we start Derek Carr at running back.
Yo,
you trying to end this man's career, bro?
Not just trying to end his life.
Now he's really
bro, Van City, bro. He always know how to freaking cheer me up.
Yo,
we ain't finna get nothing for him now.
Raider Gio, I hate that DC is a yes man to the coaches. I think McDaniels makes him go to who he wants. It should be the other way around. Take control, DC. This is your team. And Raider Gio, it's shown on film that he is a yes man. People's like, well, McDaniels gets the blame. It's like, yeah, he could get the blame, but bro, DC, you're the one playing the game. Josh McDaniels is just calling the plays. Okay. Yep. Amir Abdullah, I don't know if you guys seen this. I think it was on the third drive. It's a 3rd and 7, I think. It's a one to Matt Collins. He dropped, it gets batted away. Amir Abdullah comes on he comes out of the backfield and he cuts into the inside. Wide open that he's like this. Amir Abdullah's I'm right here in front of you. And DC's looking right at him. And he throws it to Hollins. I'm like, bro, get the first down. You don't need a chunk play. Just get the first down.
Yeah.
So it's stuff
the great quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, they don't give a damn what the coach says in these situations. As long as they know that they can make the play and start winning. Derek Carr is not doing that. And that's a problem.
Yeah. It's like, bro, you have, and even on that same play, Devontae was open too. Not in the flat, but he kind of did an out route towards the sideline at the markers. Yeah. And he was even, when the ball was thrown, he's over there jumping up and down in frustration. I'm like, bro, DC, look at your guys. He looked at Adams, but he seen that Adams wasn't open yet. And I'm like, bro, let the route develop. I get it. We asked DC, go through your progressions. It's like when he does, he goes through them too fast, though. He doesn't let the play develop.
That just goes back to him, having the happy feet. He gets too, he gets too excited in the pocket, and he starts missing guys. He's downfield. He starts getting tunnel vision or no vision at all because he's afraid to get hit.
Damn, Van City.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, Van City. You know what? We'll keep that in the chat.
I need to see it, bro.
But Walt says Matt Collins isn't a starting wide receiver. Yeah, that's true. If you're going on a 3rd and 7, bro, you either look at Adams or, bro, look at Abdullah, who's wide open in the flat at the markers. He's right in front of you. And DC's got to be the one to step up. And I know people's like, man, here you go back with Derek Carr. I'm like, guys, it's been 31 games since his last 3 touchdown game. Been 4 years since his last 4 touchdown game. He's averaging 1.5 touchdown passes a game. And he's not living up to the great status. He's not living up to the $35 million quarterback status. He's got to be the one to step up. And
it's at the point where he's just putting up mediocrity, and it's expected now. That he's gonna be in the mid 60s in completion percentage. He's gonna throw 225 to 250 yards, and he's gonna have 1 to 2 touchdowns. It's pretty easy to predict what type of game he's gonna have. Every once in a while, he have 1 interception, and it'll be a costly one that costs us the game. So, that's Derek Carr.
That's going to be his stats today. Hopefully not the interception part, but
I don't think he'll break 200 in this game.
For what? Well, I don't think he broke. Did he break 200 the first time they met?
Nope, he had 188 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But Devontae Adams had 100 of that. So if you're not gonna break 200,
take Adams out of this offense. I'm telling you, take Adams out of this offense. DC's having probably worse year.
Our offense is Denver.
Yeah.
He won't break
So
100
yeah, I
yards.
gotta go with DC. He's got to be the one to step up. Now, let's go. Before we got our last prediction, score predictions. It's our favorite part. Start with Nate. We'll go. You know, we can keep it short. You can keep it long. Give a score prediction and any other bold predictions you want to add. Nate, then we'll go Big Mike, and then we'll go KaneTown. Nate, take it away, bro. Score prediction and then any bold predictions you want to add.
Let's go 27-21. Carlson has the game of his life with like 5 field goals.
Damn, bro. How we get 27 with 5 field goals?
I don't
Wait
know.
a second. Let me do
I'm
the
trying
math.
to do the math there, and I'm like, I don't even want to do the math.
And then
So
I don't
two
know, I just
touchdowns.
points.
You'd have 2
I just-
touchdowns, miss extra points, and then 5
Field
field
goal.
goals that he made. That'll be 27. There you go.
That sounds like Carlson too. He
Yeah.
misses more extra points than he does field goals.
Well,
That is
I mean,
true.
I guess
I
28
can
to
see
make
that.
it sense.
Touchdown.
28
And
to
then
make
he
it
Put
does-
sense.
some cash on it. 5 field goals. If he gets 5 field goals, you get paid, bro. If you put
Hell
money on
yeah.
it,
Yeah, I
you
can
would
see
get
that.
paid. So I guess I'm about to put the wet blanket on Raider Nation, bro.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bro.
Oh God.
Not to Denver.
24-17 Broncos.
Ooh, okay.
Derek Carr throws an interception in the 4th quarter. Final drive.
I was like, KaneTown left, bro. He's like, I'm out.
Oh God.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys later.
If we're facing,
I would say, I mean, Big Mike, if you want to elaborate, like, is it really? Yeah, is it that we're struggling throughout the entire game offensively, really, and then
I think the absence of Colton Miller is going to hurt us, bro.
Okay.
I think it's going to hurt us offensively. A lot of sacks in this game. 4 or 5.
What about
going
you,
good.
KaneTown? How you see this? How you see this game playing out?
I'm going 17-14 Raiders.
I like that. I can see that.
And Josh Jacobs goes for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Ooh. Josh Jacobs game win.
Games of Derek Carr not throwing 3 touchdowns continue, and then he on top of that
He ain't
throws
throwing 3 touchdowns the rest of the season.
0.
No, he won't. He won't.
He been let me see. Van City, I want to go back to that comment. He said, I'm torn as to whether or not I should wear my Card jersey next weekend. I have loved DC for the past 8 years until this year, really. And I have a feeling this is going to be the one and only time I get to see him play live. He's been the quarterback for half of the time. I've been a diehard Raiders fan, so it would be like, thanks for the memories kind of thing. I mean, that's true.
Do that.
That's true,
Do
you
that.
know.
And you know what? You know what's funny? I think the Raiders are going to beat the Seahawks. I think it's going to be an upset. You don't think so? I think they are.
I said, let's go.
Oh, I thought you said no. Yeah, I think it's going to happen, bro. And I think Derek Carr is going to have his best game in that game.
You know how everybody who like is from the Bay Area is like, we got to beat the Niners. That's the game.
Yeah,
I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm from right across the state from Seattle, so I deal with a lot of Seahawks fans. To me, we got to beat the Seahawks.
yeah. I have a feeling, bro.
I gotta agree with Van City. I think that that's what it is. I'm at the point like the way this season plays out for DC. I'm just gonna enjoy it because I don't think we're gonna see DC play next season for the Raiders.
It's a DC farewell tour.
Yeah, no, really, that's really what these last couple of games is a DC farewell tour. Like we gotta just embrace. You know, for me, I'm like, thank you DC, but at the same time, you lost us some games, but you did win us some games, but you wasn't getting the job done. So
there's been some good memories.
Yeah, there's been some good memories. Like
definitely.
I went to a game, Panthers Raiders 2016. That was where DC hurt his pinky, and he came back, threw a beautiful floater to Michael Crabtree. It would have been nice for them to punch it into the end zone, but still, like, he was making throws out there, and you're watching him live. Like, he's making throw after throw after throw, and you're like, man, thank you for the memories. But at the same time, it wasn't working. It wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite memory of DC is that Thursday night game against the Chiefs.
That man.
You had to throw that touchdown like 3 times.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite ones. And then against the Saints, he runs for that first down and does that like front flip to get the extra yardage.
Oh yeah,
Against the Saints in 2016. That was the DC that I love, man. He showed grit. He showed like intensity. He just doesn't have that no more, bro. I don't know what it is, but he's not that dude no more for sure.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing I go back to. It's like I would have loved to keep Carr, but the problem is he's not that guy that has that grit. That like we were. And speaking of that Saints game, we were down 27 to like 19, I believe, at one point. Or
it was like you're down like 2 possessions for sure.
Yeah, we were down like multiple possessions, and DC brought us back. It's like now if we get put in that situation, I don't got the confidence that DC will bring us back. It's like, and that's what I want. But for my prediction, Raider Geo, he got 23-20. Shout out to him. I gotta go with 14-10. I think this is just a low scoring game. Even maybe 14-13.
That would be boring.
Sounds like the best day of our defense's life.
Yeah, Denver's offense is struggling. Even though our defense is struggling, I just feel Denver, they got no Judy, they got no Javonte Williams. You know, they really only got Russell Wilson and Cortland Sutton. That's really all I can think of that they got on their offensive side of the ball. And then for our offense, there's nothing said about our offense. I'm not going to be like, oh, we're going to go out there and score 24-27 because this offense is a shit show themselves too. And it's sad to say because we have more talent than the Denver Broncos. We should put 20-plus points on the Denver Broncos today. But until they show that they can do it, I mean, we 2-7. I'm not going to get my hopes up. And if we lose, I'll come on here. I'll be like, just tank, baby. We are tanking.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Hey, you know what? I hope I'm wrong, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the Raiders, man. But you know what? The way they've been playing, it's hard for me to pick games at this point.
If we were playing any other team, I'd probably be cool with picking a loss. Yeah, I would probably pick us to lose, but I can't do it against Denver, bro. I can't.
I understand that for sure, bro.
Yeah, no, me and Nate's grandfather, bro. He's a Broncos fan, so we got to, rub it in his face that we sweat.
Hey, I hope I'm wrong, bro.
Real quick, before we head out, we're gonna get more of these comments. Carr has run 0 times last 2 games, 5 times in the last 4 games for -1 yard.
We need him to take off, bro. We need him to take off.
Sitting on Derek Carr right now. Signing off. Yep, Raider Geo, salute to you. But yeah, we sign off, guys. If you guys haven't, go subscribe to BigMike Raider. Go subscribe to KaneTown Nate. If you can, actually, I probably could do it, but just put their links in the chat. They are in the description, guys. Also, so yeah, go show some love to my brothers, BigMike and KaneTown. Thank you guys for pulling up. And also, thank you guys for pulling up also on our channel, everyone in the Raider Nation. If you guys are new to Raiders Primos, also subscribe, hit that like button. We love you guys. Man, also, Van City wanted to know, Kane, are we meeting up at the tailgate or what's the plan, my dude?
Yeah, it'll be at the game. I'll hit you up at the tailgate or I'll just have you meet me somewhere in the stadium, bro. Either way, we're going to link up.
That's what's up. I hope you guys, I said to Van City, if I see you wearing a bag over your head out in Seattle, and we lose that game, you're gonna be my thumbnail. I'm gonna take a picture and you're gonna be my thumbnail. But yeah, there's the links, guys. Go subscribe to my brothers. Shout out to everyone, and let's go Raiders. Let's go get this dub, bro.
Let's go.
Is out. Let's go. Peace.